Fraud seems to be the point.
And for this most recent news to come out that they're trying to make everybody come back and reapply, I think that's wrong, and it shows you that the fight is going to continue. And from what our office has been seeing, that this has been an ongoing issue from MDE, from DHS, whether it's a Democrat administration or Republican administration. Our communities are very concerned. This has been an ongoing thing. Folks that own group homes and home cares and working class people that have now gone into this, experiencing issues from MDH, but now MDE, they've seen this as an ongoing pattern, right?
Nowhere in there is any mention of the people who actually receive these services. There's no mention of children being fed or people being housed or services being provided. The only concern lifted up by Fatah was that these entities receiving public funds remain in business, that the money keeps coming, that the payments don't stop. And this is consistent with the way Attorney General Keith Ellison spoke when he met with a group of individuals who would later get indicted in the Feeding Our Future scandal.
I'm extremely frustrated by it, but we are in the middle of a battle with the agencies now. And I can tell you this, Walls agrees with me that this piddly, stupid stuff running small people out of business is terrible.
What this suggests is that the fraud epidemic in Minnesota, an epidemic which is approaching 1 billion misappropriated tax dollars, seems to be a feature of Democrat policy rather than a bug. Fraud seems to be the point. Perhaps that's why Ellison plotted against his own clients, state agencies, to put pressure on them to get money out the door to these fraudsters. Perhaps that's why Governor Walz, according to Ellison, agrees with him that payments shouldn't be stopped to a shady business just because they're a little shady. Now, we got to keep that money rolling in. Now, past a certain point, it becomes implausible to attribute this level of fraud to mere incompetence. Past a certain point, it becomes far more plausible that it's an intended result of the system as designed, that it's all working perfectly to effect an intended purpose. And it really highlights how egregious it was for House Democrats in Minnesota to refuse to pass a bipartisan bill to create an independent Office of Inspector General, which would have been empowered to dig in and root out this fraud. The bill was thoroughly vetted and developed across party lines and between both chambers of the legislature for the entire session. And it passed out of the Democrat-controlled Senate 60-7. But because the Senate amended it to give it real teeth, police power to truly kick over rocks and root out the scum, suddenly the brakes were put on it in the House. Why? I can't think of an innocent or benign explanation.